When the going gets tough, the tough get going. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Those who go all in are the ones who win. Quitters never win, and winners never quit. You've probably heard these sayings all your life. Your parents and grandparents and great-grandparents probably heard these sayings all their lives. And there's a good reason for that. Why do people repeat these over and over again? Because they're true. Hello everyone, my name is Sherry from Rolling Acres Education. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if this is not your first time. And when people start an online business or teacher pay teacher store or whatever, they are looking for that magic formula. Your Facebook and Instagram feeds are probably full of people telling you that they have the magic formula that's going to make you rich beyond your wildest dreams. And while I totally believe in a process, I believe in steps, I believe in doing things a certain way and following in the steps of those that have gone before you that are successful, the magic formula is simply persistence and not giving up. Now, you have to know what you're doing, you have to follow a certain procedures, and you have to do things correctly, but it's the people who don't give up and who keep going when the going gets tough. They are the ones that are successful. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to give you 3 tips, and the end's not going to be very far from now. I'm going to give you 3 tips that might help you be one of those people who does not give up. Now, a lot of people think it's the most talented and the most creative, people who have a little money to get started, people who have people backing them and supporting them. And guys, look at history. How many great, I'm talking about like head and shoulders above others, people had none of that. They might have even, been labeled learning disabled, or they had no money, or they were abandoned, or they were kicked out of college, or quit college, or dropped out of college, or whatever, and they have succeeded beyond theirs or anybody else's expectations. And it's because they didn't give up. If they failed, they tried again, or they tried something else, but they kept going till they succeeded. And I'm just telling you, you can ask anybody, I believe. I haven't talked to every single person that's ever been successful in Teachers Pay Teachers, but I've talked, or at least heard from a few, and they'll tell you exactly what I'm telling you. Do what they do, in a sense, follow their main procedures, but then don't give up. Go all in to win. So that all sounds really good, doesn't it? But hey, it's hard to turn off that next episode on Netflix. It's hard to get out of bed 30, 45 minutes early. It's hard to turn down an invitation to go somewhere when you know you need to be working your business. So how can we keep doing that? Well, here's 3 things that have helped me. And number 1 is knowing my why. If you do not know your why, then you need to do it. You need to figure it out right now. You should know what you're going to do and why you're going to do it. For my Teachers Pay Teacher store, my goal with my Teachers Pay Teacher store is to have it replace my teacher income and to be the foundation for building a business that I can run from home. Why? So that I can spend more time with my family, my children, and especially my grandchildren. That is my why. I want to be able to go places with them. I want to be able to go to, when they start getting involved in sports, or when they graduate, or when they go on trips, or whatever. I want to be free to go with them. If you saw my video about, what it means to replace your income, you see where I'm already experiencing some of that, even though I'm not making a ton of money. So know your why. Write yourself a letter, record a video, make post-it notes, do something so that when you are struggling, you can go back and remember why you are doing this. Number 2, find a community. Go on Facebook and find a group of Teachers Pay Teachers sellers. Now, you may have to find a few because sometimes people can be mean, but there are ones on there that are very positive. People are encouraging, and here's the interesting thing. You're all Teachers Pay Teacher sellers. Some of you may even be selling some of the same types of products, but yet these people are supporting you and encouraging you and trying to help you. You go in there and you're like, I'm not selling any products. I've got this great product that I'm not sure why it's not selling, and they're like, post a link to it, and you post a link to it, and they say, oh, try this, try this, try this, and they will encourage you. And you know what else? They'll celebrate those small victories with you. You make a sale, your very first sale on Teachers Pay Teachers, and it's 50 cents. Who outside of Teachers Pay Teachers is going to get excited for you? I mean, you may have people like that in your lives, but a lot of people don't. But you go to Teachers Pay Teachers and they're going to be like, whoa, that's great. And they're going to celebrate you like you just made $1 million. And it makes you feel like you made $1 million. And they can just really be encouraging. They can even give you tough love sometimes. Find you a community of people who are going to help you stay persistent, stay growing, stay learning, and keep on keeping on. Number 3 is to come from a place of service. And I think this is so important, because if you just go into this, how can I make money? How can I make money? And you're not making money, you're going to give up. Okay? I'm just going to tell you, one person I heard, Sean Cannell from Think Media, says most people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 10 years, or I'd say even 5 years. So it's getting started. That first year, 2 years is going to be rough for most people. I know some people jump into it and they hit the mother load. Somehow they just get the right groove going and they take off. But the majority of the people have to struggle. We have to go 1-2 years without making a lot of money. And if it's all about making money, then it is going to be a struggle. But if you go into it with it, how can I help people? How can I use my Teachers Pay Teachers stores to help teachers have an easier life? And brother, they need it right now, don't they? And for me, it was sub plans. I know how much of a struggle it was for me to get a sub and have good sub plans that the students would be engaged in, that the sub wouldn't have a hard time doing, that they weren't going to need a lot of outside information or background information or a lot of, supplies and tools and stuff, that they could just get through the day, but also that the students would be learning something and that they would be doing things that would challenge them a little, but also were kind of fun. And so that's what I did. I wanted my Teachers Pay Teachers store to serve teachers when they needed a sub. What are you going to do with your store? How are you going to serve people? Or with your business, with this YouTube channel? I'm not making any money with this YouTube channel. I might eventually, I probably hope to eventually, I do. But when I started, I was like, I really don't have time to start this and put all this time into it. But you know what? Right now, I just want to get content out. When I started, I thought, okay, I'm going to focus on being consistent, being concise, and putting out good content. And that is all I'm going to worry about right now. As long as I'm getting content out to somebody that needs it, that's all I'm gonna worry about now. And later on, I'll worry about making a great YouTube channel. Okay. Right now, it's just about content and being service. And you know what? That may sound corny to you. You may be cynical and think, oh, that's not really her motive, but it is. And it's not just me. I guarantee you, there are all kinds of people in the online business world who are coming from a place of service. Some of them are even wanting to make money just so they can have a business that doesn't make money to help people. So remember, it's all, the magic formula is just to keep going when the going gets tough. When you hit that obstacle, instead of quitting, learn to go around it or go over it, or backtrack a little and find another way to come at it. Whatever it takes, just keep going. Okay? And the way to do that is to know your why. Why are you doing this? To find a community that will support you, and to come from a place of service. And just remember that you've got this, God's got you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.